Welcome, everybody, to the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio. Y'all know how we do it. Ain't no crab in the bucket. Shit over here is all about bringing crabs out the bucket
Come
with
on
us.
now.
We're crabs ourselves. We're in a bucket. We are all about reaching back down into the bucket and pulling crabs up with us. And I hate to call people crabs, but that's the kind of world we're living in, y'all. That's the kind of world we're living in. It's a lot of crabs in the buckets. A lot of crabs in the buckets, and we try to be the positive crab.
Yes.
We try to be the positive crab. We don't hold anybody down. We're here to uplift and empower on Real Talk 100 Radio. Tonight is no different, everybody. Tonight is no different. Whether you're tuned in on www.realtalk100radio.com or whether you're tuned in on our live feeds or YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This is the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio. Tonight, we've got two fantastic authors in the building. We want y'all to start out tonight by going and following their page. Their page is going and following their group. It's called Real Talk.
Real woman, real talk.
Real woman, real talk.
talk. Yes.
Right.
Y'all go follow. It sounds like a real page right there.
Yeah.
Real woman, real talk. When I first met this lady here on the right, it was about 3 years ago. And that's the book you were pushing. That's the book you were pushing. Real Woman,
Real talk.
Real Talk was the name of it. Before we get started on the show, tell our listening audience a little bit about that book.
Well, Real Woman, Real Talk is about characters of women. What about ourselves are we willing to change, to come together through love and understanding, rather than being catty like we can be? And it's a form of love, and that's kind of where we're going at today. The Real Woman Real Talk is an opening. It's something I've been planting a seed in for over 8 years. It started like 2014, and it's to bring women together through kindness, positivity, and letting that negative energy go.
Let the negative energy go. I like that.
I
I like that.
too.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Tonight we are with Miss Takia on the left.
Yeah.
Miss Takia, give our listening audience a little rundown on you right quick.
Well, my name is Takia Scott, and I'm owner and founder of Sophisticated Images, where our mission is to rebuild confidence one hair unit at a time.
Build confidence one what at a time?
One hair unit at a time.
One unit at a time.
Yes,
everybody.
sir.
Y'all heard that? Reach one, teach one, in other words, right?
In other words,
reach one, teach one. Sometimes I have a problem with that. Sometimes I don't. You know why?
Why? Let's hear it.
Because sometimes you lead that horse to the water and it won't drink.
That's not on you. You led them.
That's right.
I led them. That's
You
my
did.
job.
You did what you was supposed to do.
Mhm. That's kind of what's going on here. We have a great group, and I'm like, hey, don't you be the one who get left behind. We got a group of 14 with this movement we got taking place, and the objective is don't you be left behind. Do the work. If you do the work, you won't be left behind, but you got to do the work.
You got to do the work.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to bypass that work.
Yeah. They think it's just a free pass. You just walk straight in with something somebody done planted for years. You got to come in and do teamwork. If I platform you, you got to be able to get out there and work and platform me as well. So that's
Right.
how it's go. We all trying to make it here. So it takes all us as a team to make the dream work.
That's
I
right.
like that.
Mhm.
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's how we're going to start the show off tonight. We are with Miss Kimberly Mejia and we're with Miss Takia tonight. It's all about them tonight. They are authors, book writers, book lovers. Please tag the book lovers. Please call your book loving friends. Text them
Right.
because this show is all about them. Miss Kimberly Mejia has been through a whole host of things, so she became an author. And I'm going to let her take over for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let people know how you became an author tonight, Miss
Well,
Mejia.
I became an author. I had been writing for many years to begin with. This Real Woman Real Talk actually had been written maybe in 2011. And I think I decided to put it out in 2013 and make it manifest and come to life. After that followed Real Teen Real Talk, then followed It's a Man's World, and then followed Real Adolescence. I was thinking about the whole family dynamic when I was planting this seed because I know that everybody needs self-help. So I started that Real Talks to help the women to get their confidence and let go of their negativity, like I said, and rebuild their confidence. Then I went to Real Teen Real Talk to help those teens bridge the gap between parent and teen. Then I went to It's a Man's World for him to change in and be a better man and a better provider for his family. Then I went to Real Adolescence to make sure that we get those smaller children because they need that care too. They need that social skills because there's definitely a gap between the parents and social skills. And I mentor children in elementary and middle school and high school. And when you ask them what are some of the things they're having problems with, it's always a lot of personal stuff. They're carrying more stuff than we are, and it shouldn't be like that when children are that small. So I basically started the love movement when I opened that group up. It was always thank you, beautiful, sweetheart, gorgeous, I love you, queen. And I'm noticing social media was following that pattern. And when you set a standard and you set a pattern, people will see it and it'll help them change different behaviors.
That's
so
right.
It's always about setting the pattern.
That's
and
right.
Then from the Real Woman, Real Talk, after I build that up, I said, I was thinking about doing a love book. Then I said, you know what, why don't I bring other co-authors on with me? And that's what made me come up with 7 Times the Love, where we have 14 different co-authors, and Takia Scott right here with me to my right, she's one of them.
Yes.
And it's a love movement where everyone is telling their stories, how we're going to help different people heal from our stories.
Let different people build from your story.
Yeah, heal.
Build and heal.
Build and heal.
Build and heal. So,
Right.
so you're a healer.
Well, yes, because I don't know if you remember when I first met you, I had lost my daughter to suicide. I was in a very
remember.
dark place, but I saw the light. I know the light was there at the door, so I kept pushing. So I'm definitely trying to encourage people, no matter what you're going through, how dark it is, because to lose a child is very devastating. You must keep your focus. You must keep moving. You must keep living. So that's the objective with this group. To they're going to let people share some of the moments that they have went through and show them how to stand no matter what they're going through. That's the whole objective.
That's the whole objective. Teaching people how to stand when they don't even want to stand.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got to
Sometimes
keep
it's hard.
you got to stand on your 2 feet like I like to say stand up, put your chin up, stick your chest out like an old proud peacock.
Right.
That's how I like to say it because my uncle had a farm when I was growing up, and he had Brewster walking around the pen. I don't know if y'all ever been to the country.
I live in the country, but
You live in the country. That old rooster be walking around. I don't care if he had a bad day or a good day. You can't tell. You can't tell.
That's right.
You can't tell the difference. So that's how I try to be myself. I try to walk around and exude confidence. I try to walk around with a smile on my face. Now, sometimes some people tell me, you're not smiling today. What's something wrong with you today? Because I'm always silly. Always trying to make somebody smile. Always trying to make somebody laugh. And that's just how I am, trying to exude that confidence. But
amen. That's good.
I love it. We are here with 2 authors tonight, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in at www.realtalk100radio.com. Thank you for tuning in to our live feeds. If you're tuned in on our live feeds, whether it's Takia's, whether it's Miss Mahia's, or whether it's ours, please share. We want everybody in the world to know about these 2 authors. We want everybody in the world to know about their books. Hey, book readers, unite. Tonight on the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio. 2 authors are in the building. We got 1 short story, 2 short stories already. Now we're about to get down to the nitty gritty. Y'all share this video. We already talked about Real Woman,
Real talk.
Real Talk.
Uh-huh.
Now, tonight, you want to concentrate on which book?
Well, I want to concentrate on my new movement that I have in process that was built from the foundation. My LLC is actually Real Woman, Real Talk. And that developed 7 Times the Love. So that's what's going on right now. I'm pushing my newest book that I'm about to do a grand opening with. We're going to have something going on, a great event going on there. We just had our photo shoot. Yesterday, was it?
That was Saturday.
Saturday, we had a great photo shoot, a great dinner, and we enjoyed each other, connecting with our other co-authors. And now we're getting ready to do a great event for it and put our book out there, get the book out there and do a release, a book release, a press release, and make some things happen and build from that.
And it's called
7 Times the
the
Love,
Love.
because 7 is completion. So we're
Okay.
pushing completion and wholeness and love.
Completion, wholeness, and love.
Right.
7 what again?
Times the love.
7 times the love. That's a whole lot of love.
Yes.
That's a whole lot
That's
of
a whole lot of
love.
love, Kimberly.
Mhm.
7 times the love.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't get that much love.
Right.
Is that what led you to write the book?
Yes, and scriptures tells us what really led me to write it is because in the Bible, 7 is used so many times to describe so many different things. Is describing so many things that are associated with God. So I'm like, well, why not let's go this route? Because God He's pushing us toward perfection. He knows we're not perfection, but He has gave us so many symbols to use from that 7. So I said I'll go with that thing. It says forgive 7 times 70, which is about 2,500 per year every year. So I like that method. I like that format, and it's so many things that He relates to in Scripture regarding that number. That's a grand number biblically.
7 is a grand number biblically.
Mhm.
So you put it right alongside the book
Yes.
because it means cohesion.
Mhm.
What else?
Love, patience, forgiveness, understanding.
Break it on down.
Just being conscious of your walk. If we're saying we're going to be 7 times the love, we got to start looking at ourselves. Am I perfect? No. Do I come with mistakes? Yes. But can I work on myself? Yes, I can.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's just to try to let everybody else know that we are a work in progress. And even with our worst selves, we can stand improvement and we can be improving. We can get over some humps in life.
I like what you said. I like what you said about not being perfect. I look in the mirror every day. Every day. Every day. If whether I'm right or wrong, I'm gonna go to that mirror and say, okay, you might be right, but you could have said that better. You didn't have to be so rough because a lot of people say I'm intimidating and when I get mad. And so I try to tone down. I don't want to be intimidated. I just want you to hear me. I just
Mm-hmm.
want you to hear. I want to get my point across. So I like how you said that. I like how you said that. You have to hold yourself accountable, whether you're right or wrong. And that should be everybody. But most people have a problem with that.
Right.
They don't like being held accountable. They don't like people calling them out on their weak points. They don't like that. They don't like that, and they're gonna strike back against it. So, 7 ways to love, is that the name of it?
7 times.
7 times the love.
7 times the love.
7 times the love, and I want you to repeat those 7 times. Those 7 descriptive words that
okay.
you use.
I said.
I want you to use those words all night long because
Okay.
a lot of people have a disconnect with those words.
They definitely do.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely. The world has to disconnect with that right now, because there's so much going on. Till we just not in tune with self. And sometimes I can find myself falling short. And I was just telling her that earlier. I'm like, I need to, work on myself more and not let people take me out of my comfort zone. Just like you were saying. Because sometimes when you're trying to get stuff done and people are playing with you and they're not serious and they don't know how hard you have worked to build what you've built, and they're playing with your time and you're giving things out for as charity. It can make it'll rub you the wrong way because you feel like you're not appreciated. Right. So I like, hey, appreciate the grind. You got to appreciate people's time if they're trying to plant seeds into you.
Yes.
So it can make you take a different, leave a nasty taste in your mouth, and it can make you act a different way. But we still have to try our best to come out of that ugly.
Man,
We do.
I my partners tell me all the time, Malcolm, you're letting them take you out of character. You're letting them take you out of character. And that's one of them times I have to look at myself and be like, in that mirror that I keep reflecting back to, that I keep referring to, excuse me. I have to look in that mirror sometimes because I let them take me out of character.
Mm-hmm.
I let them do it, but I've gotten better. In the last 2 or 3 years, I've gotten better. I used to want to fight. I want to fight. Let's stop talking. Let's fight. Yeah. But I've gotten out of that. I'm a businessman. I can't be doing that no more.
Right.
I was telling Takia off camera, I lived a rough life too. Mm-hmm. And it's hard letting go of the tough guy.
Yeah.
It's hard letting him go.
I know.
And it's been 30 years. It's been 30 years since I had to actually, well, it's not, that's not completely accurate. It's been 30 years since I had to be tough on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been about 15 since I had to be tough inside those walls. And it's hard to let go, even though it's been 15 years. Right. But as a 52-year-old man, I do look in the mirror all the time and say, hey, dude, you're not 20 no more.
That's right.
You have a brain now.
Right.
20-year-olds don't always use their brains, but 52-year-olds are supposed to use their brains.
That's true.
So that's what I try to pride myself in. So I love the title of the book. I love the descriptive words that you use to describe what people are gonna read inside of that book. So, who did you write this book for?
for the world. I wrote this book for the world because no one is exempt from love. No one is exempt from change. No one is exempt from forgiveness. It doesn't matter how low we go in the valley, you just get up, and people have to learn to have forgiveness no matter what people do. Sometimes people go out and do things and they feel like they'll never be forgiven and they're unforgivable. So this book is to let us, we're giving our real self to let them know the things we have done that wasn't so pretty.
Yeah,
And we're
transparency.
and we're still living and we're still moving forward. So it's to teach people that you don't have to kill yourself because you think you've been a failure. You don't have to hurt yourself because you think you lost your job or you don't have that money or that car that other person have. And to teach people how to be content with nothing.
Be content with nothing. That's another one. You keep hitting all my weak spots, Kimberly. Be content with nothing. I can't do it. I get in trouble for that one too because they'll tell me, what do they always tell me?
You saying you can't be content with nothing?
No.
Okay, so you saying you got to strive for more?
Yes,
all the time.
If I go to and I took that from my street life.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to bed and I haven't made my quota, dollar wise, I'm not happy. And people are saying you need to be content with nothing. That's what you're trying to teach me, right, Kim?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Be content with nothing. That's my weak spot. So I need to read your book, huh?
Yeah.
To learn how to be content with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what 7
times the
love is going to teach me. 7 times the love, y'all, is what we're talking about tonight.
I don't know. I would chime in on that one. One is not about being content with nothing, not materialistic wise.
Yeah.
We say if you have love and peace,
right,
that's enough. It's more than enough.
Right. Exactly.
To have peace without money, you're a rich man.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Have peace without money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a rich man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm still guilty. I'm still guilty.
Guilty as charged.
Most of us are guilty of that one
because people associate money with peace or money with monetary. Yeah, then that's not love.
I'm not at peace if I am. I could have. I'm not going to break it all the way down, but if I put X amount of dollars in my head that we're supposed to make this month, and we fall short $5,000, let's just say, I'm mad. I'm not content.
Wow.
So that's a weakness, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely a weakness, but I'm gonna tell you, I've been investing in some stuff and like way more than that. But you know what? My peace of mind allowed me to get over that hump very quickly, and I moved on. So you have to. It's a practice. For some, it's a hard practice, but I've learned to practice it. I'm like, God, if I get my sanity and my freedom and my health, I'm rich.
Ooh, you good. Takia, you the same way, right?
I've learned to be that way.
You've learned to be that way.
Because when you lose people, you will understand that money is good. All the materialistic stuff is replaceable, but people not replaceable.
Amen.
People are not replaceable.
People not replaceable.
That's true.
You can lose $100 and gain $100 the next day.
True.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. True.
Mm-hmm.
But peace is priceless, like I said.
Okay. Well, I might need to hang around y'all a little more because I have never been able to be. I mean, even as a 15-year-old, and I had a part-time job. I'm gonna just take you back to 1985-ish, 85, 84. I was a freshman. 85, I was a sophomore. I graduated in 88.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first job, let's say freshman year, 84. I think it was Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to have about $380 at the end of the work week.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what that averaged out to, but that's what my check usually was. I remember because I was mad about it. See, I was mad even at 15.
Wow.
Mad. $380. I can't do nothing with $380. I can't because I want my shoes. I want my hats. I want my shirts. I want. Remember Z Cavaricci's? I wanted my Z Cavaricci's. I'm telling my age, y'all.
You want to be player.
I wanted to be player.
But it's like people attach a monetary value to labels. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
So you still gonna be all right if you didn't have those Z Cavaricci pants, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Same thing.
I've learned.
Okay. So you've learned.
I've learned. I'm still a stickler for my shoes. I want a hat, whether it's a cowboy hat. A
hat.
Yes, I love hats. I love shirts. I love hats. I love my shoes. But when it comes to my jeans, my
Uh-huh.
jeans don't have to be no $200 pair of jeans.
I
My
know
shirts
that's right.
don't have to be a $200 shirt. But my shoes and my hat gonna be on point.
I
They're
hear
gonna be on
you.
point. I like country and western. I wear cowboy hats and all of that. So I will spend some money on a hat and some shoes. I've learned a little bit.
But
My,
can I tell
But
you a
that's
story?
okay.
my jeans can be $20.
I want to tell y'all
care.
a story I learned at a young age, like 28. I know it was close to Acres home. And I was 28 years old. But you know, God had revealed to me I was going to get raw. But you know how something can come to your mind, how he can talk to us and whisper and we forget.
Yeah.
And
Or
time
overlook
passed,
it.
and overlook it later. Forget, yeah, overlook it. And then 2 weeks later, I ended up getting robbed. So when I got robbed, I was so scared because I was with my two children. They were very small.
Hmm.
And they took everything we had. I was in my brother's car. They took the car. He was in the house. And I was trying my best to keep the robbers from coming in the house. I was staying like 249. It was a brand new neighborhood then. And I know the robbers, they called them, they came from somewhere in Acres home. And I was so afraid to stay in my house after that. I was very young. And my children were very small. So I ended up moving. When I moved, I put my stuff in storage. So literally I was homeless.
Okay.
Mm.
Nobody knew that. I went
Mhm.
stay with my mama some days, my auntie, my friends. I was going to everybody's house. My children went to school every day like normal. Nobody knew. When I went back and got me another place, and I told them, they're like, no, you wouldn't. I said, yes, I was. And you didn't tell them, but I said, what's to tell people? You keep moving. So I was learning my lessons at a very young age.
Yeah,
because
we all do.
I lost my parents at a very young age. So
Okay.
it made me grow up faster because I lost my sister at 23, my father 25, my mother 28.
Oh,
So I was
man.
and then my daughter in my 50s. So it taught me life lessons at a young age that I had to depend on self. So I think a little different than most people think because of those issues. I done had lights off. You know what I did? I made tents for my children. We had bologna sandwiches. I put ice in the cooler. I
Yeah.
had grown women now, they lights go off, they crying. I'm like, why? So I think people just have their priorities mixed up.
No, trials and tribulations will bring you to understand it. Because I went through some of the same stuff you went through, but you make it happen. So when you get that mindset, you make it happen.
Make it happen.
And some people just have a make it happen mentality.
That's right.
By any means necessary.
That's
But
right.
I'm trying to
Lights
teach
off,
more
go
y'all,
get a
like,
candle.
Right. That's
You know what I
did.
mean?
Yes.
You'll be okay.
You'll be
Right.
okay. Now,
And don't cry. There's ain't nothing to cry about. You're gonna cry, but just keep on moving while you're crying. But go ahead.
that's right. Now that's one of my weak. That's one of my strong points. Right
What's
here.
that?
Making it happen.
That's right.
Making it happen.
What gets on my nerves the most is these kids today. These kids today.
Oh, man.
There's nothing in the refrigerator. When we didn't cook dinner 5 straight nights. It's 5 straight nights worth of leftovers in there. But you gonna tell me ain't nothing to eat? I will go in there and make a full course meal out of all 5 meals. I'll get some au gratin potatoes off of this one. I'll get some baked chicken off of this one, and some meatloaf, and make me a dinner. To them, that ain't nothing to eat.
Right.
So anyway, I'm trying to relate that with I'm gonna make it happen. Whether it's eating, whether it's trying to make a living, I'm gonna make it happen.
Come on now.
That's
So did it come from your life experiences though?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Life experiences teach us something totally different to each person.
That's right. That's right. That's right. We're waiting for funding right now. I talked to Takia about that. I'll talk to both of y'all about that in the elevator on the way up. Waiting on funding right now. And my partner, she does a lot of crying, like you said. Me, I'm thinking. How can we get to it? You gave me a pointer tonight, but my point is that from where I've been in life, you find a way.
That's right.
You find a way.
I'm from Fifth Ward. We found a way.
Oh. Okay.
Fifth Ward.
I grew up off Lions and Callis behind McDonald's.
Yeah, we were over there like Liberty, you know.
Liberty Road.
Yeah, when we were smaller and we just migrated to different areas, but that's my home originally.
My last house was off of Florida and Liberty. Wait a minute. Florida and Liberty go the same way. I forgot what the cross street was, but that was my last house. I think no, Russell was the next street.
Okay.
I stayed right by the corner store. I forgot the name of it. Don't ask me. But that was a long time ago. But anyway, welcome, Fifth Ward. What's happening?
Fifth Ward in the building.
Takia, where are you from?
I'm from Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, you from Georgia?
I'm from Georgia.
Oh, you one of them Georgia peaches, huh?
Don't you live in Southern Belle?
As they tell me.
A Southern Belle.
As they tell me.
Let's talk about that right quick. How did you get to Houston, Texas?
Long story short. Let's make it real short. I got pregnant as a teen and my mom moved us up to Houston abruptly. Yeah, part of life.
Okay. Okay. So as
Yeah, for a better life. In other words,
moved you here for a better life.
yeah.
Get away from that lifestyle in Georgia.
Well, she went through teen pregnancy. I had a sister went through teen pregnancy, so it was generational. And then my father was a father of multiple kids, so she moved us here for a better life.
Okay.
And don't give them too much because that's in the book.
It's in the book.
That's in the book
It's
too.
in the book.
Try
My
to teach
story
people,
is
yeah.
in the book.
And the name of that book one more time.
7 times the love.
7 times the love.
A lot
7
more people-
times the love.
A lot more people have tuned in. Let's go ahead and go back to 7 times the love.
Exactly.
What are the root words that made you that you
But
want?
the main word is love. Love,
Love.
forgiveness, transparency, patience.
Acts of love. I wrote about acts of love. Mine was acts of love. Some of the other topics was magnifying love, patient love. It's different forms of love and different forms of love that you would channel throughout your life.
Yes.
Everybody gonna have different situations. So in every situation, each person is channeling how they receive love, how they display love. Love, like you say,
Yeah.
love is the root word.
Yeah, and every chapter of the book that reiterate on that is about love. So when I was
It is.
choosing the titles, I made sure every person could relate their story from love. Because even though you go through hell, it ends in love because you always come out of it.
Yeah.
So I want to make that clear. I'm like, now, okay, tell us your heart life, what you went through, but show the people how love made
And-
you keep moving.
Yeah, and you triumph through it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You triumph through it on the other end, and it's all about love. Love carries
Yes.
you through.
Yes, it
In
does.
other words,
It's
L-
perfect. Love
Okay.
is perfect.
Okay. I liked how y'all touched on. I tried to write down everything. I'm trying to write notes as you speak. Magnifying love.
Magnifying love.
That's part of the book. Let's talk
Love
about that.
supreme.
How do you magnify love?
You make it bigger than what it is.
I know and you know, but I
Yeah.
want you to explain to the listening audience.
Yeah, make it bigger than what it is. You sometimes we like Takia was saying when she explains love, is that really not a word for it. When you magnify love, you think out the box.
Yeah.
Stop looking for faults in everybody. Magnify it in a way of that is beautiful. You know, that you can see the good in people. And don't magnify it for the bad things and the evil and all the things that you can find that's wrong. You magnify it in a positive setting, and then it'll be explored differently. You know,
Yeah.
look for all the good that you can find and make sure that you express that.
And sometimes I guess that could be looked at as being the bigger person in
Right.
layman terms.
Yeah.
You being the bigger person. So you expressing a form of love by forgiving the people or forgiving a person for what they don't even know.
Right.
I'm finna kick
Very
y'all
good.
out. Y'all keep
Because we bad.
bringing up my weak point. Y'all keep bringing up my weak points. Oh my God,
How is that one of your weak points?
I get in trouble because everybody wants me to be a bigger person, and I tell them I get tired of being a bigger person. It seems like the bigger person gets walked over every time.
It's all in perception now.
All in
in perception. Everything in life is all about perception. If you perceive it that way, you can look at it as being a bigger person because you are releasing forgiveness to other people. That means you are far beyond them.
I'm beyond them,
You are beyond them.
mentally or spiritually or both.
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 Mentally and spiritually.
So when you become the bigger person, listening audience, you're spiritually and mentally above that person.
It's
not
spiritual
above.
growth.
I
You're not
don't want to
above
say
them.
above.
No,
above
no.
is a harsher word to me
Okay.
because nobody above nobody.
No, we're not saying
That means that you just
You
took
have-
the time
you
out.
above mentally. You have the spiritual growth. Everybody's not in the same spot mentally. Everybody's not in the same spot spiritually. That's why we have so much differences in our lives because some people can walk away from something and some people can't. You know how you might have somebody, we have some people that can hate and they can hold a grudge for all their life.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not a person who can hold a grudge like that. That's called spiritual growth
Okay.
and mental growth. Because you got some people, they're in bondage because they can't let things go.
Can't let things go.
Yeah. And if you don't let things go, you're gonna stay in bondage a long time.
Yeah.
You're not forgiving people for yourself. You forgive for them, you forgive them for you. Because when you hold all that mess in, that's why a lot of them be getting sick and they just be miserable and they're not
Yeah.
happy because you're living in bondage when you don't have forgiveness. Get over some stuff. It's time to get over some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, see, I try to have outlets because I've grown up watching people make themselves sick, worrying, hating, being mad all the time, angry all the time. I've watched people kill themselves. So I try to have outlets. Right
What's
now,
some of your outlets?
working out.
Okay.
Working out. Love working out.
That's a good one.
I haven't worked out in a minute.
That's all right.
But
You working out right now. You talking this stuff out.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Working out was my main outlet. Really my only outlet. I've never been into the drug thing. Never. I've smoked a little and that's it. And I can count on one hand, and I'm 52 years old. How many times I've done that? So that was never my outlet. I was always an athlete, and y'all remember, Takia, how old are you?
I'm 44.
You both of y'all, I'm sure, know what scared me from doing drugs my whole life.
Crack epidemic.
You remember that too. But the main thing that scared me from doing drugs the rest of my life was that commercial.
Which one?
With the 2 eggs frying in the pan.
Like I remember that one.
This is your brain on drugs. Or say that scared me for life because
thank God for that.
Because my dad would drill it into me. This is how he would do it. I'd be like, I'm 5, 6, 7. You know how innocent 5, 6, 7-year-olds are. I would look at the TV and I'd be, Dad, does that really happen? And he'd drive it in. Yep. And let me come on in here in the kitchen. And let me show you if you smoke too much of it, what it does. So he would cook the egg and burn it.
So he gave you a great example. Scared straight.
Yeah. So I've been scared my whole life to dabble in that. So, but lifting, going to the gym, I had a bad day. I'm going and I'm trying to lift everything up in there. When I leave, it's like,
that's good.
So and my parents have stories when I lived at home. My dad would, you're a man now. You want to fight now? You want to fight now? So he wouldn't hit me in the face, but he'd hit me in the chest, hit me in the arms. You know how you used to frog somebody?
Yeah.
Frog.
I like that frog. Yeah.
You like that?
I used to like the hump on
it. He would frog me and all of that, and I'm mad because he's hitting me. So I would go and hit the walls, and still they stay in our homestead right now.
Wow.
It's about 10 holes all over the house. They left them there for memories.
Wow.
I wouldn't hit him, but that used to be my outlet. That's why
I went to Forest Brook, so you must have went to Forest Brook too.
No, ma'am. I went to, my mom was a substitute teacher, and she was way out there by Dobie.
Oh, so you rode with her to school?
I rode with her for a while until my parents ended up moving to South Post Oak. I don't remember that elementary school, but then the elementary school out here, he moved me out here similar to Takia to keep me out of trouble, keep me out of Fifth Ward, keep me out the South Side. He moved me out here, so they've been out here.
So your dad had an act of love too.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what my story is mainly about, the act of love and the parents doing acts of love, because parents always have to sacrifice.
I did, because I used to stay on Hardy, and I had made a determination in my mind. I said, I'll be up for Hardy before my son gets 10 or when he turns 10. Because I got to make sure I go to the suburbs, and I did. Although where I stayed on Hardy was really pleasant, it was never a problem. But I'm like, once he started maturing, I know the surrounding environment. I want to make sure that he had a chance, and
the environment,
and it did raise them differently for sure. It helped. So I think sometimes it ain't really where we live, it's how we live. So you can stay anywhere your children can be.
Of course,
can be fine. But that was a choice I made.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, my dad was shielding me because I love riding bicycles with my friends, skateboards with my friends, and we would end up, God knows where, on them bicycles and them skateboards. So he couldn't watch me. He couldn't keep me away from Jensen, the corner of Jensen and Lockwood, where the whole stroll was.
It was popular then.
Yeah, we going down there trying to see some cheeks, at 12, 13 years old. So he couldn't stop me because he's at work. So he was like, oh, no, I got to get him away from him. Right. And lo and behold, he brought me to Spring, and guess what? I found a way back down now.
Okay.
to peak,
right.
and get into things, and that's what got me in trouble, Takia. That's what got me in trouble. Going back to Fifth Ward and being a tough guy and being stupid, and that's what got me in trouble when he tried to save me.
Right.
He tried to save me. Well, y'all, we're with two authors tonight. We're going to get into it. I know I posted everywhere that we're going to be talking to two authors tonight, and we're talking about everything but. So for the last 30, 40, 50 minutes, however long we have in the show, we're going to talk about their books. We're going to talk about this magnificent bio that Miss Kimberly Mejia wrote up for me, and we're going to concentrate right now. Y'all share the video, y'all, and stay tapped in to Real Talk 100 Radio at www.realtalk100radio.com. Share the video for us, y'all. It's Kimberly Mejia on the right, and it's Miss Takia Scott on the left.
Hi, everybody.
We've already talked about what got you started in the writing books.
Mm-hmm.
Takia, what inspired you to start writing books?
Well, actually, you know how you have gems that God drop in your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a lover of kids, so initially I wanted to write a kid's book about hair loss. And then Miss Kim gave me a call about being a self-publisher, which was a blessing in disguise, because I'm like, I really want to write a book about kids, but writing a book about love was even better because it brought it full circle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Writing books about love
Mm-hmm.
brought it full circle. And Kimberly brought this out of you.
Definitely.
Inspired. Inspired by Kimberly Mejia.
Definitely.
Kimberly, you full of love, ain't you?
I try to be. Sometimes it's hard because you get some hard heads in these groups when you have.
But you know what? You still express different kind of love, because being that a person be upfront with you, that is not saying that they don't love you.
Yeah.
That means that they can pull your coattail and say, hey,
right.
hold up, wait a minute.
No, and I get what he's saying. I do. He asked me the question, do I have a lot of love? I'm just telling you, I have a lot of love, but it can get tough. And especially when you're dealing, I want to answer that question with different personalities with a lot of women, because women, that's why I wrote the Real Woman Real Talk, because we're different and we're all strong. We're all have a mindset of our own, and that's fine. So a lot of times with leadership, sometimes women have problems with that when it's the leader, but they have to learn if that's the leader. And I know I can come off hard. I'm a drill sergeant, but I come off hard because I don't have time to waste. They're co-authors on the book, and I'm leading this book, so I'm going to be giving you the promo. So if I'm getting the promo, I need you to fall in line because you're not paying for the promo.
That's right.
So you have to make people need to understand the difference. It's not that I'm being hard. I don't have time to waste, because if I'm gonna waste my time and you can't listen, I'm gonna waste it on myself.
Waste it on yourself.
Yeah. So that's not about being hard. That's about being real.
Yes, ma'am.
If not, I would say, okay, you give me $5,000. I done paid for PR, and I paid big money for it. So I be trying to make them understand it's not about being mean. It's like I'm using a strategy. Everybody got to be here. We can be quiet and let's get this done.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's not being hard if I'm saying I'm doing this out of courtesy because you came on as an author. Because people charge for that, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
So the people that don't know that walk, they don't understand that. They think you're trying to beat them down as something else. But I've been doing entertainment, and when I go get Hollywood settings, I play a pretty big penny for it. It don't come to me for free. So if I'm gonna get platform, you please make sure you come humble and just let me do my job. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
And that's real talk. That ain't about being mean. That's about being real, because it's a courtesy.
Ain't nobody got time to play.
We got to respect the grind.
Ain't nobody got time to play when I spend all this money.
Yeah. They don't understand it.
Playtime is over.
Yeah.
Put your Monopoly boards up, put all that, your baby dolls, your Barbie dolls, put all that down. It's time.
Yeah, especially when you work for years to build your brand. I worked for years to be a Real Woman Real Talk. It didn't come overnight.
Yeah.
So when you work hard for your brand, I'm not gonna let you come in and tear it down. You're gonna listen and you get on. That's all it is.
Right.
And that ain't being mean. That's real. I come with people straightforward, and I'm real with them. Yes, I'm not gonna sugarcoat for you to make stay your feelings. If you wear your feelings on your shoulder, I'm the wrong person to be with.
Wrong person to be with. You gonna hurt them, ain't you?
Yeah, I don't wear my feelings on my shoulders. I do not wear my feelings on my shoulders, so I don't want to deal with timid people.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. And do you spell that out to them as soon as they come in?
It's in the contract. If you come there being catty, she knows.
Oh yes.
Oh, I said if you come there being catty, being mean and being ugly, or you get one of you out.
You don't even allow cattiness.
No, we don't have time for it.
That's good.
Because you're dealing with a lot of women, and we're catty.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Yes.
We're different from men. When you find a man cat, there's something wrong with him. But you really,
what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Tell it.
He don't. You said I couldn't cuss on him. He on bitch mode.
But you can cuss.
He be on bitch mode.
Okay.
Women should have that tendency. A man shouldn't be carrying it. You expect it from women, so of course you put that in the contract so you won't have that. That's to make the women stay disciplined, because it's enough dealing with that many people, and you do be stressed.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know, you do be stressed, and you got all these authors. You got to read all their material. You got to edit. It's a lot of stuff that comes with it, and it's not that you kind of be mean. It's got you're over. You got a lot of work,
Yes.
so you need that respect. So when we come into play. Hey, let's go and have class to get this session over. Let's do what we got to do, and let's go. That's all it is. It's business.
Business.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's business. A lot of people don't understand that. They want to come to work and play. It's all business.
And waste your time,
It's
and you
not,
ain't gonna do that with me.
it's nothing personal, but don't come to work wasting my time.
That's
I
right.
like that attitude. You agree with it, Mr. Kill?
Oh yeah, she know I'm always just straight to the purpose.
She ain't no problem, but
Okay.
you always have something that come with interruption. This one here come to work. She helps to do everything. She had her mind together, and she know what we're there for. You have most of the women in the group are very sweet. I mean, said everybody is very sweet. We had a good group, so we don't have that problem.
Mhm.
We have very good women, so but that's why I set the standard, so we don't have that problem. So all the women are just really good, and they're doing a good job, and they're being really sweet right now. And so you set stuff in place to make sure it stays that way.
Put a structure.
Yes,
Structure
right.
Structure.
Mhm.
Put
and
structure in order.
purpose.
And purpose, yeah.
Everybody know the purpose.
That's right. We're there for love. And when you're doing something about love, you make it about love.
When you're doing something for love, you make it about love.
Mhm.
I like everything y'all saying tonight until y'all start poking at my weak points. Y'all doing a good job tonight. I
Thank you.
love that y'all are in the building tonight. Welcome to the After Dark with Malcolm and Alicia show on Real Talk 100 Radio. Hey, we keep it real. And Kim and Takia are keeping it real tonight. I like everything y'all are talking about. Tell them a little bit about your group and what is your group for? Who is your group for?
Well, when I first started Real Woman Real Talk, that's my LLC, that's my main baby. It was about again for women, characters for women. What about ourselves? So we wanted to change to come together through love and understanding. Because I feel like women, we have a mishap. We have been hurt in the sisterhood. We have been let down in the sisterhood. We have been let down by women as well as men, because we look up to our men as well. So it's about healing, letting go past wounds, past hurts, whether it was our fault or whether we were victimized, letting that stuff go, getting over those humps and moving forward and strengthening yourself and be an answer or a lifeline for somebody else. Because people think they're going through stuff alone, and they're not. It's so many sisters that share the same story.
Mhm.
So that's the whole purpose of starting that Real Woman Real Talk and that book, Real Woman Real Talk, to just see yourself for what it is at face value. Say, hey, I'm this, I'm that, but you know what? I can let that go. I can change today. It don't matter where we come from. It's where we're going. That's all it is. I mean, everybody got fault. Everybody got a skeleton in the closet. Everybody. Ain't anybody that's got grown. They got something they don't want people knowing about.
That's right.
And that's okay. You move from it and you heal.
That's right. Everybody has a skeleton in the closet. She keeping it real right there. What do you think about the people that walk around like they holier than thou and they ain't never done nothing wrong? Talking about everybody else like they ain't done nothing wrong. What you think about them kind of
I don't think about them kind of people, because I be real. I go to church and I pray on my knees, but when I get ready to drink my beer, I drink it. If I want my wine, I drink it. And I don't think nothing about them kind of people, because I'm just who I am. And I feel like the only person gonna judge me is God. The rest of you judge me, keep on doing. I ain't worried about it. So I don't think about them. I'm just
Keep it real.
I wish
Keeping it real.
I wish I was as mature as y'all. I swear to God.
Well, what's your outlook on them?
I on the people I just don't. Let me give you a prime example.
Please.
Okay, please.
I don't. My father is an ordained minister. Has his own church over here of Antoine and the Beltway.
Mhm.
I was born and raised in the church, and now that my father's getting older, he wants me to someday. He would like, ideally, for one day for me to take over the church.
Okay.
Well, because of how I feel about others who sit around talking about, church folks, I don't want to be the pastor that everybody talks about. He just had some Hennessy in his hand last night. Now look at me up there preaching to God, preaching out the word of God and all that. I don't want to be that person, that kind of pastor. So
but it's some pastors that are just relatable.
Right.
Now, it's not about being holier than
drink.
thou, but if you got a pastor that is able to bring out his truth, I think they bring out more healing for your congregation, because it's relatable.
That's right.
That means that I'm not perfect. So that means you can come to God because you're not perfect, but he accepted me with all my faults.
Mhm. And the pastors are not perfect, because we're seeing so many that fall, right?
Yes.
And it's because people are looking up to them like they God. Y'all need to let these people rest. They not God. They just a man. That's the first rule. People look at the pastors like they God, and they've been under so much scrutiny. People don't know that the biggest suicide of people were pastors. A lot of people don't know that because that's a hush hush subject. Because you're putting too much on people, too much pressure, and then they're hiding. Some people are hiding because we can't be, ain't none of us perfect. So ain't gonna be no perfect walks.
Mhm.
People are just human. You're just, I mean, we're looking at you as a man of God and you're leading as a man of God. And a lot of people are walking that walk, but they fall. They're human.
Yeah.
And we have to be able to allow them to fall and still say, hey, you're my pastor and I love you, even in your faults. We got to be 100.
Once again, I love your angle on that, but I have seen, right hand to God, I have seen pimps leading the congregation.
Ooh, Lord, now.
I have too.
I have seen pastors lead churches with baby mama sitting on the front row and the first lady of the church sitting on the same bench.
So is that to pass judgment on them, or is that to pass judgment on the lady sitting on the pew who holier than thou, who throwing a rock behind her hand?
Both of them, because
Both
both are
of
at
them.
fault. The pastor is at
Yeah,
fault.
that mean they both human now.
They both human. I'm blaming the pastor because you're coming from leadership, so you shouldn't be in there sleeping with everyone in the church. But I'm gonna blame the women too because you need to close your legs and keep your grace.
See, that's
It's both of them.
That's what I'm trying to shed light on. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be. Now, I'm not a pimp. I'm not going to be in there trying to sleep with everybody either, but I have my weak points, and I feel like I shouldn't be perfect, but there's certain things a man of God shouldn't be doing.
Right. But we all women and men of God, so we're going to fall short of his glory every day. You wake up, you're going to fall short of the glory of God. I don't care how many churches you pastor.
Right. And the church is a hospital for sick people.
Yes.
You know that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So everybody in hospital sick. You already know everybody in the world already of the world, and they already sick. And then when you go to church, that don't mean they healed.
That mean they at the hospital getting help.
They in church to get healed.
Yeah, it's a hospital for the sick. So it's the same to people in the street. They try to pull them in and help them too. Everybody's still trying to break their bondage. They ain't perfect just because you're in no church. It's just to go there and get the word to try to reach that perfection.
The pastor is a vessel for his word.
That's right. He's
just a vessel that's passing through.
Now, you do see some people that got a lot of light on them, but I ain't gonna see me there, y'all.
But for the person who's sitting in the pew, it's not for them to look to the pastor for their relationship with God. You can have a relationship with God and have no pastor present.
That's right.
True.
Right.
True. And but a lot of people disagree with that too. A lot of people disagree with that. Not me.
Okay.
I'm just saying a lot of people are like, well, if you don't go to church, you're not supporting God. You don't believe in God.
I don't connect God with the church, and I don't know if I get beat up for saying that.
You are the church. No, that's the truth. You ain't gonna get beat up. I'm help you fight on that one.
God is everywhere. God is ever present.
Me and you.
So if you at the church, that's just a temple, but God resides everywhere.
Yeah, He's in us. He's in us. We are the church. When the people come to church, the people are the church. So when you come with open hearts and bring whatever it is to the cross, that's what you're going there for, to lead to the cross. So nobody. I'm in a place in my life where I don't even got time to judge no matter what they doing. I got my own stuff, so I don't be caring about how people live their life. I'm gonna love them anyway. I had a friend, and I didn't think she believed. I don't know if she did or she didn't. She left me, and I loved her to death. Whether she believed in God or didn't, I loved her and I always prayed for her. But she was my friend. That was my party friend. You have friends for different seasons. And that was my friend for different seasons. I want to go out and have fun. That was the one.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
I have business friends. You're gonna have friends for different seasons, but do you judge them because they're different? No. I ain't gonna go out with the church woman.
You're not going out with the church woman?
I'm not going out with the church woman because she's gonna be too churchy. She can be, don't do that. Or don't. I'm gonna go out the party, girl, because I'm like, I can be relaxed and be myself, because you're gonna be talking, you shouldn't drink. I'm gonna have my drink.
Wait a minute, what the church woman gonna say?
Oh, you shouldn't do that. The word says, and as soon as she leaves out the church, she's doing everything the word didn't say. So she's in the book, but that's a different story.
Oh, I love you, Kip.
Right.
Keep it real. We have a comment from Mr. Devin Haverly. Devin Haverly is talking about the skeletons we were talking about earlier.
What does his comment say?
Skeletons are nothing but dead stories. Right. The most judgmental people always find a way to dig up the skeleton they need for that moment.
True. That's right. Because when people are not self-sufficient, they try to find the worst in you.
That's right.
and to make themselves feel fulfilled. Because if people are carrying a bone and always talking about you, it's because they're lacking up. They see your greatness.
Right.
When people see your greatness, they're gonna talk about you. Talk about me, baby, because I'm great. I'm grand.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, talk about me, please.
Talk about you. Talk about you.
Yeah,
And people have
I'm
been
God's child.
people have
Of
been
course.
telling us. People have been telling us we need more haters for the last I don't know about 5 years.
You ain't doing it if you ain't got none, honey.
And my thing was is, you know, like I said earlier, I was an athlete all my life, so I was always liked. I was the dude everybody liked.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm older, and it's flipped. You know, and I'm not saying everybody
Exactly.
hates me,
Yeah.
but I'm not accustomed to being disliked.
Right.
I was always, I mean, I don't care if they was white, black, Hispanic, you know,
You
boys or girls.
You was the it boy.
How everybody liked me.
Yeah.
So now,
How
trying
it
to-
flipped.
well, no,
Things changed.
it didn't flip all the
Oh.
way.
Wait, but he's trying to say the popularity
You-
because it's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people in the school. I went to school. They were the popular kids, but they probably ain't so popular now. Life changes. in
Yeah,
different-
life
there-
changes.
A lot of
And-
people that
And then people be drawn to who they think you are.
yeah.
There people probably didn't know you. They just knew you as an athlete. I like the status that you
Yeah.
have. So they drawn to that. But it's very few and far people who get to know you.
Right.
Because usually your circle real small.
real-
Yeah.
For the people who really know you
Who really know you?
and
Right.
still love you through
Right.
your good,
Yeah.
bad, and your ugly.
Right. Because I had friends in school like that too, passing through, but I had those that I really loved and really loved me. But you know, you don't connect with everybody. You have different groups. Everybody's been on a different level. It's not that people are just don't like you. It's just that you didn't cross those paths.
Yeah.
But I had some great friends that I really connected with in school, and I got some that I didn't connect with, but I'm connected with now in my old age. But I mean, anywhere the ball bounces, I'm good with it. I just don't like fakeness, but I find out it's a lot of fakeness in the world, and I just don't want to do that with
Right.
people. You know.
Skinning and grinning in your face and stabbing in your back as soon as you leave.
Yeah, so I choose. See, I can't choose who talk behind my back, but I damn sure can choose who talk in my face.
In my face.
So that's why I'm careful with that. I don't put everybody in my face because I got good discernment.
There you go. There you go. And that's something. And this is referring to what you said. You
What's
know,
that?
And that is, you know, as an adult,
Uh-huh.
I don't want everybody in my face.
Yeah.
I
Small
don't.
circle.
As a
Mhm.
kid,
Yeah.
you know, give me all that attention. Give me all that attention.
Mhm.
Now, 52 years old, I wouldn't give a damn if you
That's
acknowledge me or not. Just-
But
That's
that's your self-confidence that you
Right.
didn't grow
Right.
over the years. You saying, you know what, I am who I am.
That's
If you
it.
like it, you love it,
Right.
that's fine. If you don't, it's a big world out here. Move around.
That's
what I'm
right.
talking
That's it.
That's what
And
I'm
I'm a strong personality, so people might not like how I come out because I be a 10 all the time, and that's just my natural personality. It's not nothing rehearsed, and sometimes people can't accept that. They like, you know what I'm saying. You remember when they were saying it about Tamar?
Who, Tamar?
When she
Tamar?
was because
Mhm.
she is just she got a big spirit, and people didn't know how to take her. People can't be changing to make you happy,
No, you can't change to
and
make
I ain't
nobody
gonna,
happy.
and I ain't trying to do it.
You're not trying to change to make nobody happy.
No, I'm not.
Me neither. Me neither. It is what you got. It is what you see.
But they better find self happiness.
That's right. Find it within yourself. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. We are with Miss Kimberly Mejia and Miss Takia Scott. They are two authors, and we're here talking about their books. We've talked about the first book, which was Real Woman,
Real talk.
Real Talk.
Mhm.
We've talked about seven.
Times the love.
Seven
Seven
times
times
the
the love.
That's
Real
right.
teen, real talk. It's a man's world. Real adolescence. That's right.
Let's talk about tell our listening audience what those books are about tonight and where they can find them.
You can find the books at www.realwomanrealtalk.com. But Real Woman Real Talk, you can find it in 14 stores. It's in Barnes and Nobles. It's in a Target. It's in Walmart. It's in the Christian bookstore. It's in Diamonds. It's in
Which one? Real Woman, Real Talk?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's in about 14 stores. You Google it, you'll find them because I can't remember all of them.
Mhm.
But I suggest that you go on my website to order any of the books because I get all my money when you go to my website. And again, that's www.realwomanrealtalk. If you're looking about that change, if you want to bridge the gap between parent and teen, if you want to be a changed man, and women, if you want to know about the man, It's a Man's World. And men, if you want to know about the woman, because the men love to know about the woman, that's my bestseller, Real Woman Real Talk. It's for women to change and men to know I'm giving y'all the secret. Don't you want to know the secret?
She winked at him. She winked at him. I love it. And I'm glad you brought that up. You know, men really want to know. I think y'all are more complex than we are. Can y'all agree?
Any given day.
Any given
Any
day, y'all
given
agree
day.
with
Any
me?
given day.
Yeah,
We cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, honey.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you. Thank you. And many men want to, they want the blueprint
And you know what?
because, especially those older guys, we
You
tired
know
of fighting.
what? It's no blueprint because we don't know what we feeling from moment to moment.
Thank you.
So if we up and down, how we gonna tell you what we feeling?
So yeah, so you well aware of that.
I'm well aware
Women
of
are
that.
emotional creatures.
We are
honey.
emotional creatures from the time we get out the womb to the time we go to the grave.
Listen, let me tell you something.
So to figure it out, you not.
Look,
You're not.
I'm gonna tell like
You're
Judge
not.
Judy said. She had these little, these ladies getting on there, and the lady was trying to act like women don't do this. Women don't do. Judge Judy say girls at 2 years are a caddy. I'm like, thank you,
Yeah.
because I can remember the caddies with my niece and the girls next door. They were 2 years old. The little girl, she would play with the one little girl. When she see my niece come out, she dumped the little girl like, go on, push her. There were two and my niece.
2 years
like,
old.
wow, they two. I was like, don't do that. Yeah, they know it from an early age how to be caddy.
Yeah.
It starts at an early age with girls. But boys don't think like that. They might want to fight. Girls are caddy at an early age.
Yes, ma'am. I know for a fact. I've watched it. I've watched it my whole life. I watched caddy girls my whole life, and I just sit there like, man, why are they acting that way? But I'm glad.
Hormones.
I'm glad I've had women on the show before that disagree. They disagree with everything you just said.
Wow.
And
They're the ones that don't want to see themselves. People don't want to be revealed.
Okay.
I mean, if you got to learn how to see stuff in yourself and say, you know what, I can make some changes. I know I can make some changes. Do you?
Well, I don't think women know. They don't have a mirror. I told you my daddy got a lot of kids. My daddy got 33 kids. So I got a heap of brothers.
33 kids.
Yes. So I have
a
a heap of brothers, and I understand the man's point of view, but I have a lot of sisters too. It's a big difference.
Yeah. So a lot of people just don't like to see this because everybody got faults. I ain't saying the men perfect because y'all a mess too. Y'all a real mess because y'all try to play the women. But y'all better get some game women. Read that It's a Man's World because it's gonna put you on point with the men because they buy that real talk because they won't know how you thinking. But a lot of us don't want to see ourselves in the mirror and we don't want to accept what's going on with us. That's all it be.
That's all it be.
I can tell people I'm boss and I'm a boss. But I know I'm bossy and I know I can be extra aggressive, but I do be trying to work on it a lot of times. But I know I have those tendencies, but I'm real about that. A lot of them like, I don't do this, I don't do that, but they can tell you about yourself. Boo, can you see anything about you?
Right.
That's the only thing I want you to see. If you can see me, do you see you? Because I see you and I'm not pointing it out because
That's
I'm
right.
accepting you for all the baggage and luggage you got going with you.
That's right.
So don't be pointing me out. And when I tell you something about yourself, because I have had a friend did that to me before. I said, okay, I accept that. I agree. I said, and I told her somebody, oh, I don't know. I said, okay, you see what I'm saying? Then she started like, okay, Kim, I'm gonna stop. I do. I said, please, see your faults.
No, they don't.
Let's face this stuff. Let's be real about ourselves.
That's right. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They don't like looking in the mirror and looking at themselves.
Yeah. If I can tell what I am, tell me what you are and keep it 100.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Keep it 100, boo. Let's move on with it.
I can talk to you all day. That's some real shit right there.
Yeah.
That's real. Because a lot of people don't like, they go to telling you 100 things are wrong with you. Okay, all right, I'll accept 10 of them 100 things. And it's not 100 things wrong with me.
That's right.
It's not. I'll admit to 10 of them. But now that we've resolved that,
let's resolve you too.
Can we talk about you
Come
now?
on now.
And let them tell it they perfect.
Yeah.
They perfect. They perfect.
A perfect lie. A perfect mess.
Don't want to apologize. Don't want to do none of that. None of that. But let you not apologize. And suddenly you
know you was wrong.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it real tonight. Real women, 2 real women here. Real. Hey man, it's
real woman, real talk.
Real woman, real talk. Can anybody join your Facebook group?
Yes, anybody's welcome. I have men and women because I do events that do invite men as well. And we will be putting on more men events because men be asking me, Kimberly, men need help too. And we're going to start doing more things with the men as well. Because we want to show you guys some love because we love you guys too.
Uh-oh.
You got some water?
Yes, ma'am. Right there up under that.
I'm going to grab you a water.
Okay. Right Thank up under that bench right there. She didn't got crunk up in here, y'all.
I was one of those COVID people with the long out.
Okay.
It comes every now and then.
Got you some water
And I
right
get
here.
one.
No, I'm okay.
And I get right on rid of it.
We are with Miss Kimberly Mejia and Miss Takia Scott tonight, two authors. One is from Georgia. She's a Georgia peach. Miss Takia Scott has been in Houston. I don't know how long, but she moved to Houston. She's a Houstonian now. You look at yourself as a Houstonian now. I won't say how long she's been here and give her age up, nothing like that, but she's been in Houston for a while. We have also Miss Kimberly Mejia. They want you to go and follow their Facebook group. It's called Real Woman, Real Talk. It's their Facebook group. Go and join the group and learn, be around real people. Talk about real things, real issues, all of that good stuff. Miss Kimberly Mejia also has two websites she wants you to go and visit. Find out more about her books at www.realwomanrealtalk.com. Find out all about her books. She's also got K Mejia, that's KMEJIA.com. Two different websites. Go and check them out. Can they find out about your books on both websites?
Well, on the other website, it's a nonprofit. It's the work that I do with women coming from the background of sex trafficking, drug and alcohol recovery.
Which website is that?
That's kmahia.com.
Okay.
And misplaced vets and homelessness.
Okay. How did you get involved in that? That's your nonprofit organization, correct?
Yes. At one time, I just sold that property to Bethel's church in
Greens Point?
No, not the greenhouse, the one over on Fundren.
Okay.
And I was housing women there at one time, but now I'm doing ministry out in the street once again. And I have located a property. I'm trying to build it up right now to start back housing them in a different location. So all my ministry right now is a street ministry in the field. But I was housing women at that location. But now that I've sold it, I'm looking for another property. Now I just bought some land. I'm trying to see what I'm gonna put on there and which direction I'm gonna go. But I still do that ministry. And the women that own the book as well, they're part of the nonprofit as well, and they're helping with that ministry as well. You're gonna see some great things happening.
Definitely.
And that nonprofit is housing who again?
Women, sex trafficking, domestic violence, drug and alcohol recovery, and misplaced vets and homelessness.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You sold the home and you're looking for more property and you're gonna build another home.
Yes.
Okay.
In a different location.
Is there a timeline on it?
I'm gonna say it's up to 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a secret location. I won't give that address out anymore because I don't think that's safe to do again at this time. So this will be a non-disclosed area this time. I had that one where people could come and visit the facility, but this one I won't because there was an incident with one of the women there. A man ended up coming there, so I don't want to disclose the property address again.
Mm-hmm. We were feeding up about 570 people in the Greens Point area when we had the daiquiri shop open, and somebody pulled our coattail on that. We were saying we're going to be feeding,
with greenhouse.
No, we were by ourselves.
Okay.
We were by ourselves at the time. We were with I can't remember the organization. They're downtown St. Luke's Church.
St. John.
St. John's Church.
Hope.
Bread of Life.
Bread of Life. Yeah, that's St. John.
St. John's. Mm-hmm. We were working in association with Bread of Life at one time, and people were pulling our coattails and saying, because we'd get on Facebook Live and say, this Wednesday and Thursday we're going to be feeding the homeless, or we're going to be feeding domestically abused ladies in such and such apartment complex, and people was like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, domestic violence, the men be looking for those women.
Yeah, them dudes.
And I had an issue like that. And, I had to take a woman, she had came all the way from California, but she was calling the man. So that, you have to be very careful.
Right. Those to kill them fellas, they'll watch and see who's feeding who and who's clothing who's housing who. And they'll be posted up there ready to beat them up or kill them.
Oh, wow.
So you have to keep that
dangerous.
You have to keep
That's
that
why
kind
I said mine ain't gonna be disclosed.
Keep that kind of information confidential. Yes, ma'am. So you feed domestically abused, those who've been trafficked, veterans, and who else?
Misplaced vets.
And homeless.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they come from those walks of life, they come with a lot of issues a lot of times. So they be self-medicated when they come, because a lot of them come from jail, recovery, and then some of them come from shelters, so we service women coming from all backgrounds of life.
Awesome, awesome.
Mhm.
How did you get involved when you formed your 501c3? What led you to represent everyone you represent?
I always had a love for women. You know, it's just something sympathetic in my heart for women because a lot of us just seem to be suffering from a lot of brokenness. But you have to have the desire to want to heal. You know, and I've always had a soft place for women. I always counsel women and men at a young age. They always came to me for advice. I was like that big sister, that aunt, a person people look for to confide in about different things. Even at 12, I had some friends that mother would always let them hang with me at that age, or like go with her. They felt comforted to let their young daughters go with me. And we were the same age, but they wouldn't let them hang with other people. So I think people seen something in me at a very young age that they seen leadership in me at a very young age. So I've been doing it for a long time, and I just have a love for women, and I just think it's a time for us to just get it right and be the best that we can be for each other, for
Be,
our own good.
there you go. Be the best we can be. We have a movement that we're starting here at Real Talk 100 Radio. Um, a gentleman bugged me for a year straight.
Mhm.
A year straight. You need to put me on your station. You need to put me on your station. And I thought he was a club. I thought he was crazy.
Mhm.
Honestly, he sent me his website. He finally sent me his website. Long story short, he sent me. That's what got my attention. I said, okay, he's not crazy. It was a lot of good stuff on that website. But long story short, we have a movement that we're going to be starting here at Real Talk 100 Radio. We've already started it, actually. It's called Partners of Purpose.
Mhm.
Amen.
We made a show out of it. We want to become partners with gang members, police officers, the domestically abused, whoever, leaders in the
Yeah, we're
community.
gonna be your partner.
Okay, that, and it's all about not only being a partner, but being a partner of
Work.
purpose,
Uh-huh.
working together to affect change.
That's it. We doing that already, honey. So we the right part. We're the same mission.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
I wish he was here tonight. I will let him know that we
Okay.
have two ladies interested in becoming pops. That's what
Okay.
we call them. There's a big story behind why he founded this organization called Partners of Purpose,
Okay.
and I'll tell you all about that
Make
off camera.
sure.
But
Okay.
he
Looking
needs to
forward
write
to
a book too.
Okay, I
Uh,
can help him with that. Yes, please let me write a story. Just pay me.
Okay, okay. I will talk to him about that. Once again, y'all, this is the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio. We've got two authors in the building tonight. We've talked about uh, your books.
Yeah.
I want to touch on, we talked about your books, we talked about your nonprofit organizations,
Mhm.
and several things. I want to touch on Takia right quick. Takia,
Okay.
where do they find your books at? What are the names of your
This
books?
this will be actually my first book. That's why I say I had an idea to write a kids book.
Okay,
Never wrote one before. So when Kim came to me with this idea, it was just like this was always in my heart. So yes, that's when I knew it was time for
But
me to
tell me
be.
what you do. Let them know what you do, though.
What I do is I make care units for anybody who has cancer or alopecia.
okay,
So that's where my heart is. That's where my heart lies. With helping women, men, and children who have hair loss.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes.
I had
That's
no
important.
idea.
That's important.
Yeah.
I had no idea, first of all. But, I know people are tired of the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing. You
Mhm.
brought up alopecia.
Uh-huh.
I know it's late to ask this, but I have to. You're somebody who deals with it all the time,
Uh-huh. All
correct?
the time.
So here we have these two affluent men, black men, national television, and one is joking, clearly joking. The other is laughing along with the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously sees a reaction
Emotion.
from his wife, and he flips from laughing to slapping a guy. What were your thoughts on all that?
Um
Was
my thoughts was he looked back at his wife and saw the disappointment. So
okay,
he reacted. I'm not gonna warrant his actions.
okay,
He just reacted all of a sudden.
okay.
And I thought it was out of line.
Thank you,
But okay.
thank you, thank you. I lost a lot of respect for Will that night. I was like, man, really?
I don't know if it's respect because we all get out of line at some point in time. If you judge a person on their worst day, you gotta judge them on their best day too. Because everybody ain't gonna have a bad day, but he have a lot of good days. So I can't go off your worst day.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just can't do that. The man for decades then brought us value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't judge him off that one worst
Word
act.
mistake. That's right.
That's one mistake. We all fall short.
You Will Smith though.
I don't care.
If we start calling our mistakes, we probably wouldn't have no friends.
Yeah, you
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
She's right.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Well, I'm sorry, Will Smith, but I'm still hot at him. That was wrong.
I was mad at both of them. I ain't gonna lie. I'm mad at both of them. You should.
I mean, there's so many different elements.
Your mouth shut and you shouldn't have hit him. I play devil's advocate on a lot of things. I'm like, well, I want my husband to protect me, so I have to come from a woman's perspective. If somebody disrespected me, but I mean, he's a comedian, so I seen a little different. But that's why. But at the same time, I know I would want my husband sitting back and that man disrespecting me and he don't do nothing.
And he laughing.
And he laughing. And you sitting here because it depends on what you and that woman. We don't know what they're going through at home with her problem. See, we don't know that issue. We don't know if she didn't cry to him. Yeah. We don't know because see, when women going through, I have friends with alopecia. And they said things that make I feel less than a woman. I feel ugly. Different people experience different things. People don't understand with their hurts. And if a man love you, even though the reaction was wrong, he's going to come to your defense.
Okay, I can get that. I get that. But when I go to a comedy show, Kim, Takia, listening audience, I sit in the front row.
So I can get roasted.
Ready for all of that. I be ready
too.
for all that. I got 2 pair of glasses on. I'm bald headed,
and I'm ready to get roasted.
And my girlfriend's white.
Uh-huh.
They gonna roast me all night long.
Uh-huh.
They gonna roast me, and I know that. Right. So my point is, and we'll move on from Will Smith and Chris Rock. I know everybody in the audience saying, "Oh my God, he's still talking about that."
That's okay.
But I brought it up because she's she's a specialist or professional in alopecia. She deals with it all the time. I'll leave it alone. But I sit in the front row knowing they're gonna get me. If I didn't want to be roasted, I'd sit way in the back. Don't mess with me, man. I'm sitting way back here, so you have no business messing with me.
Now, was he in the front row?
No, he was basically almost.
He was over to the side. Chris Rock was out of line. Can we all agree?
Yeah.
He wasn't out of line.
No.
You comparing that man's wife to G.I. Jane. And you're not out of line. You comparing this man,
Jane is cute,
but a woman who has openly talked about her own struggle.
Yeah,
and you get up there and make a comment, a joke about it.
I did hear some backstories about it had happened before, and Will Smith was sick of it. It happened a couple years before or something. I did hear that, and knowing that, I understand, but. On a regular basis, I would not get mad at a guy. You can roast me all day, homeboy. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna be like,
but not you now. Your wife,
well, even her.
And you gonna sit there and let a man roast your wife?
Now, if she's upset, if she pissed off, I might say, "Hey, man,
back off a little bit."
But go up there and slap the man because he's doing his job. He's up there to make people laugh.
Basically, that's don't wear your
okay. Well, the joke's not gonna be on my wife. If I was mad, no.
Well, yeah, you go to them comedy shows, they be talking about crazy stuff. They will embarrass you. So if the people go to a comedy show, do not go there with your feelings on your shoulders.
That's all I'm saying.
You got to go there and be ready to get roasted because I ain't gonna go there looking crazy because I know I'm gonna be called that. So
because some of the language we use, she doesn't like. She don't like me if I get in a fight and I be a nigga. She be like, Malcolm, you don't have to use that kind of language. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm mad. But anyway, I brought that up because comedians sometimes use that.
A lot.
Look at this big old N-word sitting in here with this white woman. You trying to get home? Stuff like that. They're cracking jokes.
Yeah.
She's sitting there mad because he made a reference to getting hung. Whether he's white or black. And I'm like, he's joking. Chill out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, to each his own.
Will could have said, he's joking, baby. He's joking. And he knew he was joking. He was laughing.
Yeah.
That's what ran me.
But it was a momentary reaction.
And it could be bottom line
stuff. His went on to his wife after he looked at her and seen the brokenness in her. So he just got a soft reaction, I'm thinking.
Okay. We can move on.
She played with the heart a little bit for him.
We can move on. I don't want to bore people with Will Smith. Love them to death, both of them, but that hurt me. Yeah. We're with 2 authors tonight, and we're coming down to the end of the interview. I want to make sure both the ladies get to shine on tonight on the After Dark with Malcolm Lee show on Real Talk 100 Radio. I want to make sure, Takia, you're just starting. You're just starting. Haven't written a book yet.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have a title for it? Do you know what you're going to write about in your first book?
I'm co-authoring with the whole group.
Okay.
So all of us have a chapter.
Okay.
A chapter, and mine is Act of Love.
Act of Love is your chapter.
Is my chapter.
In what book?
In 7 Times to Love.
7 Times to Love.
Correct.
You have one chapter.
Yeah, Act of Love and Reflection of Love. So
Act of Love and Reflection of Love. Correct.
The Act of Love and the Reflection of Love.
Correct.
Explain to our listening audience, what is the act of love and what is the reflection?
Act of love can come in different forms. The one that I wrote about was an act of love that my mom showed. And you'll have to get the book to get the details, but it's a big act of love that changed generations all the way up till today.
Amen.
Okay.
It really is.
Okay. And the other one, act of love and
reflection of love.
Explain what that
reflection of love can be, once again, because the word love is so broad. It's not one way to explain love. I said that the other day. It's not one way to explain love. You can reflect on love. You can have a reflection of love, so people can see you as love. You ever see people that people just gravitate toward, and they like, oh my God, I don't even know why I love you.
Yeah.
But they're a reflection of love, and just to reflect back, you can reflect on ways people loved you or the way you love the person. So it's just thinking back and being a symbolism of love.
Or symbolic of love.
Exactly.
Symbolic of love. So the entire book is about love.
Different
forms.
Different forms
of love. Your chapter is, one more time, about the reflection of love and the act of love. She's responsible. This is Miss Takia Scott. Let's give a shout out to the other 10 authors tonight. What are their roles in the book?
Everyone is writing on love. They have everybody. I mean, every single author, I gave them topics on love to coincide with their stories, and they delivered. I mean, I have wonderful stories, from so many women and men. I have one man, and so many people. The man I brought on, he's talking about a love relationship between two sisters and how that hurt him because he felt like he was destroying a family, but he had to get that out there. And he wrote on other different things about women and relationships. Then we have some people who had undying love, women who have lost their husbands, and it's an undying love. And then we have some people talking about love supreme who end up having to take care of their grandchildren for one reason or another. We have so many different authors who are coming from different angles with love. You know what I'm saying? So we have so many chapters about love, and it's just an amazing book. It's an amazing book. And I want to shout out, like you said, to the authors. I have helped me to make sure I don't miss nobody.
Let me pull everybody up.
Yeah, I know I have Miss Judith Hicks, Real Talk Houston, and I got Dwayne Williams, Gabriel Lee, LaShera Dozier, Annette Conley,
Gwen,
Demetrius.
Who else we got?
The Games. Gwendolyn Bledsoe Ball.
Look at the picture and call the names.
Yeah, Gwendolyn Bledsoe Ball. Carol Lee Williams. Kevin Seeger. Carol Lee Williams. Sean August. Vanessa Thompson. Linda Braysmore Williams. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Of course, Takia Scott. I'm sitting there tired tongue. So I pretty much got everyone. Yeah, I got all y'all. Carol Lee. Yeah, I got you. Felicia Lee. Yes, and Felicia Lee, of course. Everybody's not on this sit down seat here. So I think I did call them out. And there's some awesome people with very good backgrounds. And they're telling remarkable stories. All these people come from different walks of life. They're professionals. I got 2 women, one out of Annette Conley in California. She flew down here for the photo shoot. We have Vanessa Thompson. She came from Washington, D.C. She works at the FAA. The other one's a nurse. We have all kind of professionals in the group. Some with aviation. We have my brother is like aviation. everybody are skilled people, like her with the wigs, the counselor. All these people live for purpose.
Yeah.
So most of everybody in the world, they're doing something purposely in their job and their walk, and they're just people that went to school for theology, you know, that's spreading the word of God. You know, all different backgrounds. Pastor's wife, I had first lady in the group. You know, it's just a wonderful health professionals in the group. We have I have a singles counselor in the group. We have just a dynamic team, very dynamic team. Yeah.
And diverse.
Diverse.
Teamwork
diverse.
does what?
Make the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
Sounds like you got a hell of a team now.
Yes,
a bunch of
baby.
professionals working towards the same common goal.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like. And the same common goal in this book is to
Spread love.
Spread love.
Spread love.
That's right. Keep the love, baby. Make that love be red. Keep it going.
And from what I'm hearing, without telling what the book is actually talking about, without giving up the book's meaning.
Love.
There's several different kinds of love.
That's right, definitely.
And that's what you're teaching.
Right. Because you can have love coming from every different perspective and can still be love. You know, I did a tango because everybody has a different story. So I had to make the story. When I gave it to them, when I was first giving the authors their stories and telling them what type of love, they didn't quite understand. So after I got the subjects and I started talking, when I say that word about love, that title, what do you think about it? They got it right away. Oh, so I basically knew them and I know their personal lives. So by me knowing their personal stories, I made sure I chose, like I gave one lady infected love because she had been through hell through her life. It was infected love, but she still broke that yoke.
Infected.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got when you read this book and you're gonna see when I tell you it's every type of love you can think of, you're not gonna believe it. But she had love when it was infected, it wasn't right. So she's telling her story how that love it was infected.
I tell people all the time when I see these stories on the news and these dudes are supposedly love these women so much they kill them. That ain't love.
For sure.
Do you talk about that in the book though?
Where everybody again has a
Is that
different
infected
story.
love?
That's definitely infected love. But I have some about abuse, but could have been dead but didn't die. But I do have stories like that. Abuse, death. I had to stand up.
I know. I was
Okay.
like, where you headed?
You got a lot of cushion like that, MC, right?
It hurt more when you
Yeah.
got the more it hurt.
And I ain't got much in my I'm toe up over here.
And you hurt too.
I'm toe up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I can't take it no more.
I keep on doing like this.
We gonna correct that next time we see y'all. We're trying to get some seats.
I need a booty seat.
That's
We
much,
can play with me
much
like
more
that.
comfortable. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Go ahead. I cut you off though.
It's our stories are so unique and they're so different because every woman, I have a woman that's a cancer survivor and her stomach's deep. She was like, who's gonna love me looking like this? With my chest black, with my toenails black, with no fingernails, with no eyelashes, no eyebrows, no hair. I mean, the stories are so touching and remarkable. When you go in here and read some of these stories, you're gonna cry. You know, these people are bringing it, okay, and they're being transparent. People don't want to do that. Like I was telling you, you can't come here and be real and tell your story. I don't want you because we got to break yokes here and let people know. We're gonna give some real truth, let you know you're not alone going through these things. We can be transparent and we can heal someone with the things that we're going through because somebody out there share your story. We have molestations where women have been raped, you know, where women had babies through molestation.
You talking about the authors?
Yes.
Okay.
Had babies through molestation and had to give the child up. I mean, we got some of these stories in here because women can relate to these stories. Men can relate to these stories. The stories that we got, they deep. They're not just no
sounds like it.
They're not fly by night. We're talking about real life and what these people they hurt, but they have gotten over them. To show people, even though you think you'd have been to the lowest of low, you still can rise.
You still can rise.
Yes.
That's in the book too.
Yes.
Definitely.
You could have been in the depths of the hell.
Yes.
And still
can
rise up out of that and shine.
That's right.
Like
you go to the valley, but you ain't got to stay there, baby.
You ain't got to stay there. I like that. That's so is that the meaning behind the book?
Pretty much.
I'm teaching you love, but I'm also teaching you can overcome this.
Yeah, you're gonna walk through these things. We're letting you know that these people have been through brokenness. Everybody in this book, including myself, you know, I even lost out with suicide. All of us have been through some hell and some brokenness, but we're still standing. We went through hell, but we still standing. You can stand. It don't matter what you've been through. Oh, she done went through that. Have you been through that? Okay, she's still alive. She didn't kill herself. She didn't because I lost out with suicide. I'm trying to help save some lives here. I don't want to see nobody kill themselves feeling like they're not worthy.
That's
Because
right.
you are worthy. We're teaching people that you're worthy. No matter if you think you dirt or you've been dirt, you ain't dirt.
That's right.
You just have been through some things and it's okay, baby. Come
You
on, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it
you
moving.
are worthy is
Yeah.
what Miss Kimberly Mejia is trying to let you know. No matter what you've been through in
You are
life,
worthy.
what you've been through with your significant other, what you've been through at work, what you've been through with your girlfriends, your boyfriend, whoever, whatever you've been through holy hell. You're still worth what?
Redemption.
You're still worth something.
You worth something. You worth redemption.
That's right.
You know.
This book is a redeeming book. It's redeeming. Uh, we want you guys at Real Talk 100 Radio. We want you to go to Miss Kimberly Mejia's website and check out more information. What are they going to find when they go to www.realwomanrealtalk.com?
You're going to find 4 self-help books. You're going to find mugs. You're going to find glasses. You're going to find hoodies and books. And you're going to find that my phone is shutting down. And they're going to find all these resources there, as well as they're going to find all these resources. 7 Times to Love will be released mid-September. So it's in print right now. I'm doing my editing, and then probably at the end of this month, but I always like to stretch it out a little bit and say like mid-September, but for sure it'll be before then.
Definitely.
So self-help
Yes.
is what you're all about.
That's it.
Real woman, real talk. If you're about self-help, if you're about redeeming yourself, no matter what you've been through in life, you make sure you go and join Real Woman, Real Talk. That is Miss Kimberly Mejia's Facebook group on Facebook. That's her Facebook group. Go and join that group. Can men join too?
Yes, I have several men. I have so many men that's in the group already.
Okay.
And yeah, that's for women and men. It's for people, because we come from a place of love. We want everybody. Because we just talk about regular issues. You know, everybody got an issue. It's a group to uplift people. You know, to keep you uplifting. Positive posts, positive reaction. You get positive storyline on this page. You see positivity. You don't see the negativity riding down. Everything's about the light.
Everything is about the light, not the darkness.
That's right.
If you are about the light, not the darkness, I can't help but keep harping on that because it's been positive the whole time we've been sitting here tonight. I even brought up my weak points, and they shed light on it. They was like, well, you don't have to be perfect. You can be this. You can be just like you are. And that they just spread positivity and love throughout this whole show.
Thank you.
And I love that about y'all, both of you. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you.
I want you guys to make sure you go to www.realwomanrealtalk.com. It's all about self-help. It's all about love. Find you something. She's got something. Her and Takia have something for you. Something that's going to touch your heart and your soul, especially if you've been through something in your life. They want you to know that it doesn't matter if you've been to the depths of hell. You are worth something.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Get up out of the dirt. Drag yourself out of the mud. Get those. If somebody's beat you up mentally or physically and made you feel like you're trash, that does not mean you're trash.
That's right.
Am I accurate?
You're
True.
accurate. Hey, we all are worthy.
Dead on.
We're worthy. We're worthy. God said we're worthy. We're the head, not the tail. No matter where you've been, He's the redeemer. Hey, you're still good.
Awesome.
But he already paid the price. You ain't got to pay it twice. He paid it for us already.
He's already hung on the cross for your sins and mine. Before we end the show tonight, I want to make sure that I touched on everything, because I hate for our guests to get in the car and go home. You're an hour and a half away. I don't want you to get to Huntsville and say, boy, we kicked it good with Malcolm, but I forgot to talk about that. So this is the time in the interview where I make sure you get it all out to our listening audience.
I want to say, guys, just be supportive. Come out and support our events. We'll be posting in Real Woman Real Talk on Instagram and Facebook group on our upcoming events. Pay attention to the timeline. Come out and support the events. Buy the book. Buy all the self-help books that's been out there, because everything is self-help for men, women, children, and adolescents. And it's time for us to heal ourselves. Get the books and then be ready for our big whammy. 7 Times to Love. Just come out and show love and support us. We're all in this together. It's all about purpose and love. Be a part of that purpose and show some love.
Be about that purpose and show some love. Takia?
Same. I'm just gonna agree with what Miss Kim said because that's what we spread. We spread love, 7 times the love, and that's the mission.
The mission is to spread love.
Spread love.
So y'all like two peas in a pod, then, huh? It's all about spreading love, y'all. All about spreading love with the 12 authors that have collaborated. The 12 authors that have collaborated on this upcoming book release. The book is called
Times the love.
7 Times the Love. 12 authors collaborated on this book, and these two ladies want you to go to their website and purchase this book. When is the book going to be released?
We're reaching for September the 15th, but I'm pretty fast, so I'm full of surprises. I'm sure it'll be ready before that by the end of this month. But I'm gonna say the 15th, but I'm gonna pop up on y'all. I like to do magic tricks.
Yes, you
I'm
know.
full of surprises.
Will there be any book signings? Or?
Yes, we're
Definitely.
having our event. Actually, we're going to look at a venue right now.
Right now, we headed there after
that,
this.
she left her car there. We were there early. I'm like, we got this interview. We got to get back over, get this interview, and then go back. So we're looking at the venue now. So we'll be posting that date coming up soon. We haven't put the date. We're going to check out the venue and come up with some ideas, and we're going to get it on the road. And Malcolm, I want to see you there.
He's gonna be in the building, of course.
What I need to know the venue for sure.
The venue is going to be Santiago's in Richmond,
Okay.
Texas, and I'm going to tag you when I get it. I'm going to let you know everything because I definitely want you to be a part of it. You come out there and show some love, plant some seeds. We're going to plant the radio session and plant some seeds, plant some love. Come in and connect with some people, get you some customers on out of there. There's a lot of people that's in there that are doing a lot of business that would love to come here and get interviewed.
Okay.
We have a lot of people that's mostly everybody in our, like Hershey's doing the wig pieces. That's business. We have women sell jewelry. We have women. I have another author that got books. We have a lot of health products. We have people got some of everything that's in that group.
Okay.
So a lot of them are business people. So it's a lot of seeds to get planted out there.
This will be a public event that I can share.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Okay. And then please check out our upcoming spread in. The magazine is
Houston magazine.
Houston Events Magazine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Houston Events.
Yeah, and it's we'll be there in September. Your phone is your phone.
It's about to be dead, but
we're
Houston Events Magazine.
Yeah, it'll be coming up, and we'll be able to share
in September.
So be on the lookout for it because we'll be sharing it.
Yes,
I tagged him.
Yeah, and he came out and did a fabulous photo shoot with us, as well as Magic 102. So we have a lot of photos, a lot of video floating around. I've been in the radio station, did interview it. He came out again and interviewed us Saturday at the Scotty Hotel. And it was beautiful. So, we're looking forward to doing some great big things this season.
Awesome. I love that. I love that this magazine is helping you push this.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all make sure we're at the end of the interview tonight, y'all, but y'all make sure you go and follow, go and join Real Woman, Real Talk. Go and follow Real Woman, Real Talk. I'll get my words together in a minute. My tongue will get out of the way in just a second. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're doing an excellent job.
Kimberly Mejia is behind Real Woman, Real Talk. She likes to talk about being real. Takia also, but go and follow Real Woman, Real Talk on Facebook, Instagram, Real Woman, Real Talk. Go and follow. Both of those are Kimberly Mejia's pages. Go and follow Kimberly Mejia Community Association on Facebook. Make sure you go to the website. I put the website in the comments on our live feeds. I will also post it on Real Talk 100 Radio's page here shortly. Go to the website. The website is www.realwomanrealtalk.com. You'll find out all about self-help. You'll find out all about love. You'll see the merchandise that they have. And they want you to purchase it. They want to see real love all over Houston. They're showing up. They're putting up hearts right now on the screen. If you're listening at www.realtalk100radio.com. It's all about love and self-help with these two ladies. Y'all check them out. We've been with them for the last about an hour, maybe hour and a half. I can't remember what time we started. But when you go talking about love and self-help, it's easy to go on and on.
Because we need it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
The world needs it.
Yes,
That's something that I would like to see more of in the world as we close tonight. I would like to see more love. I don't care what race. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care what you are. There should be more love in the world.
That's right.
You know, and in closing, I used to be one of them guys as a teenager. I had a phobia. Don't be rubbing up on me and you gay. Yeah, but now I'm older.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, hey, nice to meet you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you, man. I don't have no problem with you, man.
That's
As
right.
long as you don't go to rubbing up on me, I'm good. You know, but back then, as a kid, I didn't understand that. You know, I thought something was wrong with you. Stay away from me. You know what I mean? And you know, AIDS and HIV was popular back then,
Education
and I didn't know no better. So
Mhm.
ignorance ruled.
Mhm.
We're at the end of this show tonight, y'all. Follow their pages. Miss Takia Scott's book is coming out soon, but she is in collaboration with 11 other authors on
Times
Times
the
the
love.
7 Times the Love will be coming out somewhere around September 15th.
Right. And it's
Correct.
actually 14 authors. Yes.
14 authors,
Mhm.
okay,
2 authors. Mhm.
in collaboration to teach you about love and self-help.
That's
Y'all
right.
get ready for that book release, and they're going to have a public event. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Eventbrite or just on Facebook.
Yeah, we're
but y'all
gonna
keep
right and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, we're gonna run that baby. Yeah.
okay. Keep your eyes out for this book release, and I want to keep calling it 7 Signs of Love, but it's not. It is called
7 times
Times
the
the
love.
love.
7 Times the Love. And there goes that heart again. We got to go, but thank you, ladies, one more time. It was
Thank you. You've been a great
Thank you.
host. We appreciate you.
a great
Thanks
interview.
for all the love.
You're welcome, Mount. You're welcome. We hope to see y'all again real soon.
For sure. Yay, bye.
That brings the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio to a close tonight. If you would like to be sitting in the place of these ladies, all you have to do is text interview to 936-333-1969. That's text interview to 936-333-1969. Music artists of all genres. We want to add your music catalog to our rotation. Rotation is free here at Real Talk 100 Radio. Promotion is the only thing that costs. We're building our systems back up, and our systems will be back up and running, hopefully in the next 5 or 7 days. But we can't rebuild our catalog without your music. We want country. We want rock and roll. We want rap. We want R&B, Zydeco, Southern Soul, and gospel. We'll be playing it all here in rotation at Real Talk 100 Radio real soon. If you're a music artist, you've got family and friends who are music artists, make sure they send their music to music@realtalk100radio.com. That is our email for music only. That is music@realtalk100radio.com. That's all we got tonight. We'll see y'all soon on Real Talk 100 Radio. If you are into the underground music world, y'all keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio until 6 a.m. in the morning. Hey, it's explicit, y'all. So if you don't like explicit language, don't tune in. But it's all about explicit rap until 6 a.m. in the morning. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace. Love.
Hello.
Thank you, Malcolm. We appreciate you.
I missed a comment. The last comment of the night comes from Monique Goodlow. Take PrEP or PEP asked your doctor if you think that you may have any slip-ups and you know your status. My prayers to all. What is she referring to? I'm not sure.
Say what?
She says take PrEP or PEP. Ask your doctors if you think that you may have had any slip-ups
Oh, that's for AIDS.
for AIDS.
You said
Yeah.
something about AIDS.
Oh, okay.
That's,
Okay.
that's what that's for.
Okay.
Give me your number. Write it down. Both our phones went dead.